live. Welcome everybody. Frozen in time. We're back. I told y'all I wanted to get more people on it. Um, and I had to get the GOAT, the man, the myth, the legend himself. Who am I here with today, man?
I am Ben Schuller, and I am honored to be joining the show.
Perfect, man. Listen, Ben Schuller, one of the greatest. I'm glazing real quick. I don't care. One of the greatest singers in this scene, possibly number one in my opinion. Uh, if y'all don't know, I knew Ben Schuller before I was ever in Nerdcore because of the 7 Years song by the Lucas Graham. You did a
No
remix on.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
I did not. Oh man, you go way back then.
Yup. I heard
No
that. I
way.
knew it, and I was like, oh, this is great. And then I can't lie, I stopped listening because I started, yeah. Uh, and then I got back, and I was like, oh, I already knew this guy. Okay, this is perfect.
Oh, that's dope, man. Yeah, that
Man,
song.
how you
That
doing,
that
man?
was crazy. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I'm. Those are the nicest things you've ever said to me. I feel like anytime I ever
All
hear
the
your voice,
mic.
it's you trashing me for being a Lions fan. So.
Okay, listen. Let me explain a little context for the people. I am a Cowboys fan. I am a Cowboys fan. Uh, Listen, before you judge me for being a Cowboys fan, I know. Listen, I know. We suck. I'm sorry. We suck. But one of the biggest teams we have like kind of a rival with is the Lions due to their like way back in the day and their fan base. Not you specifically, but fan base as a whole. Basically, the bad part of the Cowboys fans is the same bad part as the Lions fans. So,
I mean, we're rowdy. We take
mm-hmm,
over away stadiums now, so that's
yeah,
pretty fun.
we're rowdy. We're just a little slow in the head
Well,
sometimes.
wait,
Uh,
we've sucked for most of my life, so now that we're actually good, I feel like we deserve it. We deserve to be a little rowdy.
yeah, I can see it. But I have friends of mine who are Lions fans who constantly are on my ass about the Cowboys losing. Uh, so I felt like it's only right I just bring it back. And as much as I'm a hater to Ben, it's because he's a Lions fan. That's it. Everything else is great. Listen, as y'all can see, I'm a Celtics fan. They all bully me. I get bullied all the
Yeah,
time for this.
you're all over the place, man. Like, I mean, I can't hate on that part honestly because I'm a LeBron guy. So like, at the moment, I'm a Lakers fan, but like. As soon as he's not on the Lakers, I won't care about the Lakers. Like I'm a Pistons guy when they're good. Like this year was fun. Like who
Yeah.
knows? Maybe the Pistons are like back. We'll see.
No. 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 I will say, Asar Thompson is very, very good. I do love Thompson. He is
He's
phenomenal.
good.
He's phenomenal. Celtics in five. Um,
I don't know. Cade, if Cade keeps taking the steps, like I could see him being a first team All NBA guy in a couple
I
of
can see
years.
that. I do. I can see that as well. Now, like you said, like we talked about, the Lions they did suck from you were growing up all the time, but growing up as a kid, what was like your type of life growing up as a kid? Obviously, you sing, so we know that part. But outside of just straight outside, or maybe including the singing part, what was your type of lifestyle growing up before the adult stage?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in Michigan. Obviously, you can tell by the fandom of the
Mm-hmm.
Lions. But yeah, I don't know. Grew up two younger brothers. Parents were both like musically inclined, but not like professionally or anything. My dad played trumpet
Mm-hmm.
all throughout his life. Like played in college. They both sang in like the church choir and stuff when we were growing up. So like we were always around it. Kind of always loved music, always loved sports. So my family's actually from Nebraska originally, and like if you're from Nebraska, you are a diehard Nebraska football fan because that's the only thing to do
Yeah.
there. Like that's the only team, and so I grew up when they were like good, when they were like winning national championships, and that
Mm-hmm.
like I was a kid, I was little, but like I still remember like waking up at grandma's house because we're there for Christmas and New Year's, and they always play the bowl games around New Year's. And like we would win national championships. It was like, oh my God, we're so good. This is great. And then of course Nebraska football started to suck too. But
Yeah.
I've just so yeah. So a lot of my childhood as a sports fan has been rooting for bad teams. So that's good. But no, I grew up in a family that played sports. Like I was super into sports, super into music. Just kind of got involved in
Hmm.
everything, I guess. Like I don't know. I played football. I was quarterback through like eighth grade, and then got to high school, and like I was the worst of the three. Like
Hmm.
the other schools that came to the high school, like they all meshed together. I was the worst of the three quarterbacks. So I was like, okay, I don't really want to be third string quarterback, so I stopped doing that after freshman year. But played baseball. A thing a lot of people don't know about me, like the people who have known me for a while do, but like I was a power lifter throughout high school and college, like on the national level.
Hmm.
Like so that kind of became like my thing, like because it's weight class based, and I was like really small in high school. Like I had my growth spurt late, so
Yeah.
I was like 110 pounds, and I was really strong for a 110-pound kid. And so like I went to national meets, and like we were traveling all over the country, and I was powerlifting, powerlifted in college, did that whole thing, and music. It was basically powerlifting and music. Those are the two things I was doing as I became like an adult, I guess. And then there's not really a career in professional powerlifting. That doesn't really exist.
Yeah.
So haven't done that in a bit, but yeah, now here we are.
Now, with the music part, what was how did you really were you always into the music, or was it something that you kind of were like, because there's been artists that like they mess around for a little bit and they're like, I kind of like this, I might be good at this, and then
Mm.
that's when they start to continue that struggle, or was it I'm just straight, I've loved it all my life and then I'm just keeping
Dude,
doing it.
I always loved it. And I think my biggest thing that helped me was that I thought I was good at it when I wasn't at all. So
Mm-hmm.
I literally like every time I was making stuff, I thought it was really good. But like, yeah, I got into it when I was, 6, 7 years old. I was writing songs, making little CDs that were just like, shit quality. It was like me recording into the little microphone that's on, those old computers that had
Mm-hmm.
those little microphones for like, voice chatting and stuff. Like I would record songs into those with like the instrument just like kind of playing next to it, and I would sell CDs to my friends in grade school. And so like I was always into it. I was always doing it. I was in bands in like high school, college. I was in the band. I was in the choir. I was in musical theater. Like anything that could get me on a stage. Really,
Mm-hmm.
I was always doing it. Um, yeah, and I was writing songs. I love the production side of it. I love the fact that like I could write a song and then make it come to life. And even though I sucked as a producer at the time, like I just thought it was cool that I could do it, and I was, you know, super passionate about it.
That's the stage thing really, I think, because if y'all don't know, if y'all don't remember, had this discourse over music videos. Shout out Dia, by the way. Uh, we had this music video. We had the music video thing, and the one name that everybody kept popping up was Ben. And so I think is that what kind of made the way to do music videos and the more comfortableness doing music videos. Did that really help you growing up, or was it just something that you just like I did it once, it was okay, and then I just kept doing it?
I mean, it was always part of it because like I wanted to like I made music videos. I mean, there's a song called "Pancakes and Waffles" that I made
Mm-hmm.
in like grade school with my friends, and we made a music video for it, and like I just wanted to like I thought music videos were dope, and I'm like, I'm just gonna, find a shitty camera, and we're just gonna make a music video. And so like I always was into it, but it was always like just part of being a musician. It was never like I wanted to go into film and like move to Hollywood and like do that world. It was like always just like a side of my music life that I connected. And so yeah, I was always into music videos. I mean, most of the videos are private for good reason at this point, but like there's music videos on my YouTube channel from 20 like 2009, 2010,
Oh
and they're
yeah.
not good. They're definitely not good, but like we thought they were good at the time. Like I was into it. I was like, this is so cool that we were able to like, we would do little special effects things, and we thought they were so sick, but we had no idea what we were doing. So yeah, it was something I always did. And obviously with YouTube, like being one of the primary ways that
Mm-hmm.
musicians who are getting started out can find an audience, like obviously there's a visual component to
Yeah.
that. So like you need to have videos. And that was just kind of like, okay, I have a new song, I want to like get it out there, let's make a music video for it. So it's something I've really just always been doing.
And the good thing about what you saying that would be my next that leads to my next question is that because I had that tweet bookmarked for a specific reason because this I'm not gonna lie, I did
I
ask you
remember I
recently.
remember
I did ask this recently, but I did plan on having. I didn't want to ask Ben to get on one of these eventually after, especially after I saw that tweet. Uh, is there any advice that you would give to somebody that maybe not feel comfortable with doing music videos? Maybe don't want. Maybe they don't think they can live up to something because you don't have music videos. You have movies. You had a Among Us movie basically with Wall of Roses. Uh,
thanks, man.
is there any advice that you can give to other artists for like doing music videos or want to start out doing music videos?
Yeah, I mean it's like anything in music, which like I give the same advice. Like you literally learn by doing it. You just have to do it, and like you have to not care that the stuff you're gonna make at first isn't gonna be like as high of quality as it is in your head. But like if the idea is there and the taste is there, like that is not gonna go away. You just need to develop the skills of actually doing it, and like a lot of it comes into just experience. Like music videos, it's a much more technical thing than
Mm-hmm.
music, because like if you're making songs and you know how to rap or sing and you know how to write music, you can like relatively easier compared to videos just like do that on a tiny budget without knowing a ton of stuff. Like you can find someone to mix your stuff, you can find someone to make beats for you, and you can just do that. So the video stuff definitely comes with experience, and it's like a much bigger group type of thing. Like you need obviously someone to film it who is good at what they're doing. Like you need someone who knows their way around good cameras. Like obviously the better camera you have, like the better quality it's going to be. But you can make really cool music videos on a $0 budget with an iPhone these days if the idea is good and you know what you're doing. But like, I mean, when it comes to that, if you really want to get into it, you just watch a bunch of tutorials and like watch, you know, just learn things about how to convey an idea with like low budget type of equipment. And there's a million ways to do things. You don't need to have a 10-person crew and a big lighting rig and all this stuff. Um but yeah, we worked our way up from like the $0 budget videos to where we're at now, really.
Speaking of with where you're at now, you've released four recent tracks in 2025, starting with "Grow Up" all the way to recent one "Wall of Roses." Check out my reaction to that. I'm plugging myself. Uh,
Yes, sir. Check them out.
uh, what's been what I've always wondered reacting to it and looking at all them. What is the idea based on with the whole? Because it's basically it's a nerdcore album basically.
Yeah.
So, but like,
So
what's been the idea for it in your mind?
so the main concept of this album was to like, as I've been doing these music video concept albums that have like a
Mm-hmm.
storyline, and they're all very like introspective about like the things that I'm feeling as a musician, independent, trying to navigate like the world of the internet and algorithms, and like wanting to be famous but also just wanting to make good art. And like, so like they've always been like these deeper concept type of things. And then with this one, it was like I've been involved in nerdcore for so long. Like, Nerd Out started in 2015, and it's always been like, okay, I did my solo music, I've done nerdcore stuff. And the last couple of years I really started to like do more nerdcore stuff with my solo
Mm-hmm.
music. And then so for this album, the whole concept was really like, let's merge the two. Like, let's make this like concept album that has like a storyline that like tells a story about being an artist in this unconventional space like nerdcore, something that is outside the mainstream, but show the mainstream and show like the world who might not know about it that like this is like just as good. Like, in like you can make music about these things you're passionate about, and it can blend right in with the biggest artists that are on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
And then so obviously we wanted to get a bunch of people on it, a bunch of people from the scene. And so each song features people in the videos, like features people on the songs. And yeah, when the whole thing is done, there's like basically the overarching concept, which will come together through the storyline of all the videos, is like the music industry seeing people like us and not taking it seriously, but like seeing that like maybe they could make a profit off of you if they change you, and then us kind of being like, no, I'm the way that I am. This is the type of stuff I'm passionate about making music for, and like doing it our own way, essentially, just like breaking the mold and showing that we can have a career in music that's not the normal way.
Not normal. Yeah. And I will say this, because I have to ask, can we get a little bit of a hint on who's the next one?
I can't tell you that yet, only because I don't completely know the order that it's coming in yet. So what's going on right now? So we're at the halfway point of the album. There is a little halfway, like there's a little halftime going on while we set up the next four. I do know who is on the next four. Um,
Can I get one? Hey, listen, I'll gatekeep. I'll edit this out.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you after the call, maybe.
All right.
But no, I can't. I
I'll do
can't. I
that.
gotta. I gotta gatekeep the info right now for a little bit. But I will say,
I tried, you.
and
I'm
I,
sorry.
and I said this a little bit ago to somebody else, but like the biggest song on the album is still to come, and yeah,
See,
we've got a lot of we've
that's
got
W promo. That's good promo.
a
That's good promo.
yeah. No, we're really excited, and yeah. So this fall, the second half of the album is
Second
going to
half.
come out, and yeah, four more songs, four more music videos. We've got them. We already have the whole concept and storyline figured out, and
Is this
yeah,
more
I'm
on that
excited to
second?
get it
Is the
going.
second part of that stage after the
Yeah.
concept? Yeah, I've got you. Now, I tried. Listen, I tried. I want to know. I might find out and gatekeep from y'all. uh, now, you've made a lot of music, like you said. You've been doing this for years on years on years. But your Spotify, I think, goes back only to 2015. Am I wrong? Or to go back farther?
Mm. No, yeah, that's when I put out,
Mm.
I guess, the first of the music that I felt like was actually worthy of staying up. But
Now,
yeah, there's a ton of music that goes back, you know, 6, 7 years before that. That's just like very amateur and like, yeah. I mean, you can still probably find it on certain corners of the internet, but I'm not going to tell you where.
fair enough. Yep, fair enough. But I will say, and I think we talked about this at the beginning. Uh, your biggest one that had the most streams, I think the most views on YouTube as well, which was Once I Was 7 Years Old.
Mm,
Which is, like I said earlier, that's where I kind of found out who you were because I was big into Lucas Graham at the time. Well, Luke Graham.
mm.
What was that? If you remember, what was that kind of mindset making that song and going, I'm gonna release this in my little own type of way?
Oh no, I mean, I totally remember because that was when I had zero following and I was just playing the YouTube game.
Yep.
I was in the YouTube acoustic cover space where it's like this is the best way I feel like I can find new people to come in and listen to my original music is if I just make a shit ton of covers about, the popular songs that are coming out. And I mean, a lot of those are literally just like even the videos for them are just me in my bedroom with my little MIDI piano and like my webcam and just like singing in my bedroom. And I probably put out like I don't even know how many. I mean, you can probably find the number on my YouTube channel, but it's got to be like between 50 and 100. Definitely more than 50. But yeah, I would just make covers, and some of them would do really well, some of them wouldn't. And that one specifically, for whatever reason, like yeah, that song went crazy. That song blew up, like the original, and then so my cover came out, and yeah, that cover was a big reason why I was able to quit my job at Red Lobster and start doing music full time. So yeah.
I will say, hopefully by the end, by when this comes out, it's a lot more. You're almost at 18 million streams on that one. You're at
Oh yeah,
17.9 mil right now, and it's like 999759. So
that's
you're
crazy.
almost, yeah, you're almost get him to 18 because I might stream this myself. But moving on to our next part is that you're in what was I never really understood this, and maybe this is me being a little bit slow. Nerd out. what really is Nerd Out as a whole? Because it's you is Nem Raps, right? And
Hmm.
then who's the other one? I forget.
Jack.
Jack.
Yeah, me,
Okay.
Nem, and Jack. Yeah, it's going on. It'll be 10 years this November when we started it. And nerdcore as a genre was completely different back then.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was much smaller amounts of people doing it, and it was mostly video games. And so Jack was like more on this like streamer side. Like, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
not even really like Twitch didn't really be it wasn't really a thing, but he would make like playthroughs of games with his friends and like post them on YouTube and like had a
Mm-hmm.
following there. Nem was doing his own rap thing, and then like I was doing my own music on YouTube and stuff. And like Jack and Nem came together first and like had the idea to like put this channel together, and where like because Jack is like a good lyric writer. He's
Mm-hmm.
not a singer, he's not a musician, but like he can make like funny concepts for songs and write lyrics to them. And so he reached out to me and was like, "Hey, I'm starting this, nerd out channel, where I'm, gonna take pop songs and write, parodies to them with lyrics that are about video game stuff." And like Call of Duty was big at the time.
Yeah.
And so like he had this idea for making a song to Adele's "Hello" when that song was big, um, and it was about Call of Duty, and it was when I don't even remember what specific Call of Duty it was at this time, but it was like the fans were not happy with the direction that the next release was going, and so this song was like a hello to the creators of Call of Duty. Please listen to the fans and like make the next game good kind of thing. And like
That's.
so he had all the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
I had already done a cover of that song, so he like knew that I could sing it and was like, "Hey, like can you sing a cover of this with these Call of Duty lyrics?" And that was the first upload on the channel, and it like blew up. Like it went viral like immediately. It was crazy. Like I've never like everything else that I've done in music has been the slow grind where you just
Mm-hmm.
grind it out forever, and that was just like lightning in a bottle where we had 100,000 subscribers in like the first couple weeks. It was crazy. And then so from then on, like, Nem was making like rap battle stuff and raps for specific video games. And then like Jack would, write more parody stuff. And then like I started making like full on original songs on Nerd Out. And like I think Ark Survival Evolved was the first one that like I like produced and wrote like as an original. And like that was all in 2015, 2016, and it just kind of snowballed and took off from there.
Nice. I remember. Man, I remember Nem Raps from like the crazy part is I remember Nem Raps because of his issues with Burleezy. He probably knows exactly what I'm talking about on that aspect. But that was as because I've always been wondering that with Nerd Out specifically because obviously I'm not. I've only been in the scene as a creator for not even a full year yet,
Mm.
and as a listener for like maybe four. So like that was before even when I was in this. So to hear all
Right.
that is nice. That's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can kind of see. I can kind of see. I remember the Call of Duty parodies.
Hmm.
That on
That was
106. So that
that was a
was.
whole era.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
that
definitely
was a while ago.
it.
Now you're very well known in this scene. You're very well known in this scene. You're very and you've done a lot of collabs. Now I'm not gonna ask what I usually ask, which is one collab you're interested in featuring. I'm not gonna ask that, but I will say out of your recent collabs, which one has been one of your favorites to listen to back and forth, back again, and that overall first process of creating the whole idea.
Yeah, I mean, idea wise, and like because all these are music videos now
Mm-hmm.
too. Like obviously, my favorite one is Wall of Roses. Like I love that music video. Me and my guy Chris, shout out Chris. He's like my right hand man. My best friend. He lives here in Nashville, and we like brainstorm all the music video ideas together. Like come up with all the concepts. It's like that video was definitely like my favorite to like see that all come together. Like we really did write it as like a movie script condensed down to 3.5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Song wise, I really love the one with Orcadia, like the "Nice to Meet You."
Mm-hmm.
We did like a Seven Deadly Sins thing, and like Um, yeah, like that beat style and just kind of like the minimal kind of eerie, like dirty beat with like I don't know, creepy overtone. That was
I have a question with
yeah.
that music video. McGuire with the eating part. How happy was that? How happy was he to be when he got that role?
Uh, negative.
Was he mad?
Oh, he wasn't happy. I mean, he was a great sport about it, but no, he wasn't like. I mean, he wore a fat suit for it. Like we, no, he was a trooper. Like he was not having fun on that. Like when we were shooting his scenes, because we would do multiple takes of each one, and he had to just keep shoving food in his mouth. And but he's such a good actor that it looks really convincing. That like, and I
He
would
looked like he loved it.
Dude, I was blown away, honestly. When we said action, he snapped into this different person and just like grabbing food and shoving it in his mouth. And then we'd be done with the take and be like, okay, all right, let's do it again. And like, no, he was great. Like he was so good at it. But no, he did not necessarily enjoy it. But
W acted it. I was convinced.
no,
I thought he loved it. I was like,
no,
he was
man,
happy.
that was not a fun role to do. But yeah, he's a great actor. I don't know why he's not like on, in movies yet,
He should.
but
Should
he
get
should
on.
be.
Peso looked the most normal as I've ever seen Peso.
He might have been typecasted a little bit,
Yeah,
but
he looked very. I saw that and I was like, yeah, this is just regular schmegular Peso at this point.
we have some fun behind the scenes clip. Wow, I need to release some more of these because I haven't like really
Those
put
were
them out. But
fun.
like just like clips of him when we were doing like the dinner scene and he's like yelling at everyone. Like you can't hear the audio of him in the music video, but in the the raw footage, everyone else is not really talking, and he's just like, "Yo, you eat your food. Yo, what are you doing? You can't grab the ham." Like, "Oh my god, you stop!" Like he got into it, and yeah, that was a great time. That was a great time.
Man, shout out Peso, man. We love Peso.
Shout out Peso.
Now, I want to ask this because I feel like your answer would kind of be a little different. Maybe events to perform at. What is one event that you wish that that's like a dream to perform at? And then was is there an event coming up that you might be performing at?
I mean, NPC is like the highlight of my year every year. So like, we'll be. Are you going to NPC this year?
I might. I'm not
You
gonna lie.
might.
I might. I want
So that's a
to.
no.
I
But
want no. Listen, the thing is, I really want to. However, I didn't buy a ticket. That was I got hit with life at that point. Uh, but I might be in the area. It's only like a 4 hour drive for me, so
well, then you
I
got.
might be in the area. Maybe.
Sounds like you might need to come down. But yeah, NPC, like, yeah, we've performed at every NPC since the OG one when it was the first ever NPC wasn't even a concert. It was just a meetup in Austin in 2018. And there was only like 15 or 20 of us, and then Nashville was like the first concert, and it was a tiny venue. It only fit 100 people. Um, so yeah, obviously NPC is the highlight. I'd love to. I mean, there's not like specific events. I mean, yeah, it'd be sick to perform at like one of these bigger music festivals, like a Bonnaroo or a Coachella type of thing. But like that's farther off. But yeah, I mean I performed at like MomoCon and a couple of things like that, and those are always a great time. The biggest like the part of those that I love the most though aren't even like the performance. It's just having so many of your friends that you don't get to see very much. You only talk online to because they all live in different places, like all in one place, and everybody's just like picks up right where they left off, and yeah, so that's like
That's why I'm
what I
still interested
enjoy
to
the
go
most
to.
about
That's why I
those.
still want to go to NPC because
No, that's why you should. Yeah, it's
yeah.
not even necessarily about the show. Like the show is great, but it's like just hanging out
Mm-hmm.
with all these people you talk to all the time on Discord and Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I was gonna ask if you're going to NPC, obviously,
Yeah.
but I want to ask this because you mentioned gaming parodies earlier and that you're kind of a part of it. Are you a gamer?
I'm
And
not really. No,
you're
not
not.
anymore.
Were you
No, I
used to
mean
be?
yeah, I mean growing up like definitely. Like I mean I was a huge Pokemon kid. I was the one I'd sneak my Game Boy into my backpack and like try to play at school and stuff, but Uh, no, I mean, outside the occasional rock band, Guitar Hero, or like,
That makes so much sense. I'm not gonna lie
yeah,
with you. That makes
I
I can see that so easily.
I did beat Mir at Madden when they were here for the Wall Roses video, so I was pretty proud of myself for that because I
You
haven't
beat
played
Mir at
Madden,
Madden.
and yeah, but I
He was
hadn't played
he
in
was
forever. But
he was chatting mess to me about Madden. Mir, I'm on. Listen, look at me. Look at me. I'm on your ass. I need my ones. I'm glad you said that. Listen, because I'm not gonna lie. The same way that I'm like I messaged you about the Lions fan thing. It's the
mhm.
same way. I'm the same way with Mir because he's Philly and
Yeah,
Boston and Philly just don't. And then
well, and
Cowboys,
Cowboys in
Cowboys
Philly.
and Philly, yeah. Fuck you, Mir. Love you. But that's I need my ones in Madden. But you two as well. I'm not gonna lie. I want to play Madden. Any person in that I want to challenge you on Madden. It's a challenge. But I will ask. So speaking of NPC, did you go to the basketball game?
I did, and yeah, we just got the court reserved for this year too, so we're running it back, baby.
Is Ori that bad at basketball? Like, I have to ask.
I mean, he
I love Ori.
so okay, so let's be honest. There's a lot of people in the scene who aren't basketball players that played, and like Ori is one of them. He's not good, but he also just talks a huge game,
Yep.
and like he loves to shit talk and make it seem like he's gonna be good, and that's why it was like, Ori, you're not very good.
That's literally why I was like, I have to bring up
Yeah.
people who went to NPC the last year because I have to ask.
No, yeah, he.
Now
I
I will
mean,
say who was really good because I am a basketball player.
yeah, I
I'm
mean,
pretty
Cam's
good. I
good.
want my ones.
Game Boy's good. Ham Sandwich was pretty good. He was feisty. You know, I think I'm pretty decent. Um, I'm probably forgetting people, but like, I mean, Frost is pretty good. He's big, physical, body down low.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's definitely some talent. There's some people that are pretty good. There's some people that are there just to have fun.
That's Ori.
Yeah. Well, no, that's the problem is that Ori wasn't just there to have fun. Ori was talking shit like he was gonna run the gym, and like, yeah, wasn't. I don't know. He got some stops defensively. Jump shot,
I was gonna
not
say,
there.
listen,
It's
if you
not
have to
there.
start off by saying he got stops defensively, he wasn't good.
Yeah, Jack from Nerd Out actually is pretty decent himself, at least defensively. I wouldn't say he's like gonna blow by you in a one-on-one situation, but he's scrappy.
This is interesting to see because I grew up playing sports and I was almost like I was
Yeah.
high school like varsity.
Well, come to NPC and play in the
Listen,
basketball
if I
game.
can, I will, but I don't know. I'm not up there. So I gotta. This is my asking point, Ben. If I do go to NPC, can I join?
The basketball game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going. I'm booking. I'm buying a
All
ticket.
you gotta, yeah, no, you just like Cam even just like tweeted like a couple hours ago, just like
I can't. He don't
any.
follow me. I don't. I don't follow him.
Okay, okay. I mean, I'll shoot him a text.
All
I'm
right,
sure it would be fine.
because
But
I'm not Ori. I'm not Ori. I'm out of shape, but I'm cooking y'all. Just out of love. I still fuck with y'all. I gotta kill y'all in basketball.
no, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it.
Perfect, man. Now I will ask this. Getting back into the music part, with the writing, not necessarily the music video part of it, but the writing part of it, because a lot of the stuff that you write about is very much, like you said, it's a scheme, it's a story. It's
Mm.
what is that process when you're just writing the lyrics, and then what's the process knowing? Because I think every artist has this issue where they have the lyrics down and then they have the beat and everything, but it's like that process of getting it to where you need it to be to sound great. What's that whole before idea process? Which you
It
obviously
de-
makes.
yeah, it depends on the project. So like, the last few were really story driven,
Mm-hmm.
where like each song was like part of the storyline of the album. And so that's like, going in with a purpose, kind of like for nerdcore where you have like a specific topic you're writing
Mm-hmm.
about and like you just go in and do it. Yeah, I mean for this album, because I'm doing so many collabs with different artists, It was more about just like finding songs that fit certain people's styles or like things that like I thought would sound good for a certain person's style. I went on like a writing retreat with Chris, my buddy, and where I just like I had like 30 beats that my producer Nez, shout out
Mm-hmm.
Nez, sent me, and I just like came, whatever inspiration came to me on each beat. I wrote like 15 songs that weekend, and so those were just about like just different topics that came to me that felt good, and then like we related them to uh like when he was like finalizing the lyrics and like filling out the song, we would relate them to more nerdcore topics. Then it's like Wall of Roses, for example. When I started writing that, I just had that like you said you would die for me
Mm-hmm.
part, but I didn't have the Wall of Roses hook yet. But I had like the vibe was there, the lyrics throughout the chorus were there, and I knew it was a song about betrayal.
Mm-hmm.
And then like back in Nashville after the writing trip, like trying to think about okay, what could I like relate this to, and like I got to again Chris, shout out to him. He was like, oh dude, the betrayal on Wall Rose where Bertold and Rhina betray Aaron in Attack on Titan. It was like that's perfect. Wall Rose, a wall of roses. Roses are a beautiful thing. Thorns are a deadly, harmful
Yep.
thing. And everything that took place on that wall started with friends and turned into enemies. So it was like just a lot of metaphors there and comparisons with that.
Now, with you, because you mentioned the collapsing part, you did have a like. I think every song so far, except for "Grow Up," has been with a collab, correct? Well,
Yep.
what's been that process of working with said collab, working with Dizzy, working with Game Boy, working with Ori? I know. I think you and Ori have a lot of tracks together. If I'm honest.
Yeah, so I mean, I've done a lot of collabs
Yeah.
in the nerdcore space, but never for music video stuff. It's always just been like, I mean, I Nerd Out has been doing collabs since
Mm-hmm.
2016, so it's like, yeah, that collabing in this scene is just like normal. It's really simple. Usually, you have a section that this person is going to do, and you send it over, and they send the part back. Sometimes you'll write something like, "Hey, just sing this part." For these songs, because they were music videos, because they were, we were all meeting up at one place when none of us live in the same place. It was a lot more challenging, a lot more time consuming, just like the coordination part of it. Um, the actual music side of it, um, it's been mostly the same. Like, for example, for the Dizzy song, I sent him, my demo of the track with open spaces for his verses. Like, this is your spot. This is the inspiration for this. This is what it's about. And then he would write his thing, send it back. For the Oracadia one, that one was a little bit more back and forth where I wanted him on the chorus.
Mm-hmm.
And like, so I had him just kind of like come up with some ideas first. And he like came up with those chorus melodies that are in the song now with like different lyrics. Cause originally the topic was going to be about like two people in a war against each other before we scrapped that. But like the lyrics that he had in there, or the melodies that he had in there, sparked some ideas for me. And then I wrote my verse and then came back to him and was like, okay, like those chorus melodies, let's do this kind of like, knock, knock, knock at the door where you're inviting these seven deadly sins into yourself. And like, you're just like letting them in because you can't help it. And you love the pain type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one was a little different, and then he wrote his verses for like his
His
sections
section.
later. But yeah, most of it's
Pretty
pretty
simple.
simple in nerdcore. Yeah, because everybody's so good, you want their specific style on it, so you don't want to like micromanage it. You just send them the open section, and what they send back is them, and that's what you want. So.
Perfect. Perfect. Now, with the music, because you mentioned, because you did say the music video was a little bit for, especially for Wall of Roses, a little bit different since no one lived in the same area. What
Mhm.
was what gave off? What was the reason? I'm trying to word this correctly. What was the reason you did the Among Us, like the IRL Among Us imposter type of thing?
Mhm.
And why was McGuire kicked out first? Oh wait, no, who was it? McGuire or Mix?
No, it was
It
mix.
was
It was
Mix. Yeah.
mix.
Why was he kicked out first?
Well, I mean, so that video had so many different versions before we got to what it was. Like,
Mm-hmm.
because the song was already like this Attack on Titan thing, and we actually played with an idea where we're like, everyone was going to be an army, like battalion troop kind of similar to like the Scout Regiment or something in Attack on Titan. Um, and then we couldn't really figure out a cool video concept to do without, really spending a ton of money on sets and stuff. Like, cause I don't know, doing an army scene with like guns and like fake warfare, that was going to be
A lot.
something that, yeah, just a lot. And so we somehow stumbled on this, like, because we wanted it to be about betrayal, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
We somehow stumbled on this cabin idea and making it like a whodunit
Mm-hmm.
type of movie plot line. And so like the idea for that came first. And as we were like kind of fleshing out the idea, we're like, wait a minute, this is just Among Us.
Yep.
Like this, yeah. So it's like, okay, let's lean into this. Let's, have people come to the round table and vote, and like let's have someone fix electrical. Like let's, just kind of lean into it. Why was Mix the one first out? Because we knew that at the end of the video, we wanted that scene
Mm-hmm.
where there were two people that were still left, and just kind of like a funny, quirky thing. It's like everyone forgets about them, but they're still alive and they're just like talking about random stuff. Um, and we just felt like Mix and McGuire would be perfect for that because I knew they're just like comedic
Yep.
people on camera who can riff with each other. Um, so yeah, that was the main reason. And then honestly, the reason that Callan died first is because he's in all of my videos. So I was trying to give, some other people some chance for some screen time.
Yeah, he's literally been in all. I just.
Well, okay, he's actually not in the
I
food
think
fight
that
one, but he was
I thought
there.
he was in there. He was in the
Nah, he's not.
He was
He's not in that one.
the food, the one with.
No, no, in the Oracadia, in the
Yeah.
Oracadia one, he is.
Oh, he's
Yeah, the
not in
food
the.
fight
He's
one,
not in
the Game Boy
the Game
Jones
Boy
one.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Which, looking back now, I kind of wish that I would have, because like we filmed those on the same weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We filmed the Oracadia, Nice to Meet You, and the Game Boy Jones, A Weekend in Bella Napoli, the same weekend. But like, I don't know, for some reason at the time, like, oh, it'll be better if like each person's only in one, so we don't have like the same actors in both. And then like afterwards, it was like everyone was there for the weekend. I probably should have just had them all
Had
in both
everybody.
of them, but I don't know. You live and you learn.
Yeah, it was a good video. Still,
Thanks, man.
uh, the doll thing was kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie, because I knew, because I think you commented saying from the One Piece one. I was like, I knew that.
It's Dude, it's a deep cut One Piece. Like, so like the girl with the pink hair is Perona, who
Mhm.
like is the, like, I don't know if owner is the right word, but like
Okay.
the Kumashi the bear is essentially like her servant.
Yeah,
And
I
like
saw that and
in the
I was like,
yeah.
I knew, but like, why?
Most people didn't. I mean, it's like such a deep cut of that show. And like I haven't watched all of One Piece or anything.
You're missing
But
out.
like, oh, I know. But give me, yeah, a year of watching it straight through. I might catch up. But
Fair enough. That's
but
yeah.
yeah, so that's where that came from.
Perfect, man. Well, we're reaching the end of the part. Is there any closing remarks that you would have to anybody in the scene? Anything to me, fans, etc.
Ah, I don't think so. I mean, I appreciate what you do. I appreciate what all the reactors in the scene do. Like, you guys are the unsung heroes of the scene. We love seeing, people just like dissecting and talking and kind of like, giving their opinions on the stuff that we make. So yeah, appreciate you. I'm looking forward to the second half of the album. 4 more songs to go. There's going to be a lot more familiar faces in music videos and featured on the songs. So stay tuned for that in the second half of 2025.
Man, listen, man. I appreciate you. Shout out Ben. Still a Lions fan, kind of lame, but we do appreciate Ben. We do love Ben. Shout out Nerd Out as well.
Yes, sir.
Shout out Nerdcore as
Yeah.
well. Let's
Oh
stay
yeah. I
positive.
guess.
Hey, let's stay
I guess.
positive.
Yeah.
Please, let's stay positive from now on. We're positive out here.
Yeah. My last thing I'll plug is if you haven't bought a ticket to NPC, go get one. Come see us in Dallas.
Go get
Yeah.
one. I might be there. I might be there.
You should be. You
I'm
should.
hoping. I'm praying. Uh, man, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all liked about the interview. Let me know what y'all want me to maybe go more in deep on with the next person. Who should I get on the next one? Man, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. We out. Peace.